Well, heavy rainfall on Monday caused widespread disruption across Gurugram with major roads like National Highway 8, Badshahpur, Manesar and Sona severely waterlogged, leading to traffic jams, vehicle breakdowns and also stranded commuters across the city. In response, the Gurugram administration has issued work-from-home advisory for private firms and has also directed schools to conduct online classes on the 2nd of September. The Met Department, meanwhile, had accurately forecasted the downpour, issuing a yellow alert for thunderstorms and lightning and gusty winds, which led to a sharp drop in temperature across Delhi and NCR. My colleague Anushka Kumari has this report.
We are reporting from the IFCO Chowk in Gurugram, where we can clearly see the kind of traffic jam that is right now persisting here. Not just that, the entire stretch has turned into a massive parking lot. Vehicles are stuck bumper to bumper and the movement is painfully slow. Now, the continuous rainfall since the past 3 to 4 hours has completely exposed Gurugram's drainage system. Waterlogging is visible at several points and many vehicles have broken down in the middle of the road, further worsening the jam. This is one of the busiest intersections of NH48, and right now commuters heading towards Delhi, MG Road or even Sohna Road are stranded for hours. Public transport, cabs, office goers, everyone is stuck in the same mess. Now, this is not the first time that this has happened. We can clearly see the condition here with rain predicted to continue in the coming hours. The traffic situation may worsen further. Authorities are on ground, but clearly the city's infrastructure is struggling to cope. Not just that, the IMD has issued an orange alert for tomorrow. The authorities have urged the office goers to work from home tomorrow, and also schools have been urged to start online classes for tomorrow. But today we are showing you the visuals from IFCO Chowk here. Barely 8 kilometers from here there is Rajiv Chowk, where waterlogging situation can be seen, and this is not the first time that we are seeing that this kind of traffic woe can be seen here in Gurugram. This is a gridlock traffic where only a sea of tail lights can be seen, and there is no solution at hand, and commuters are struggling to find a way to navigate this whole traffic situation and go back to their home. With camera person Stephen Anthony, this is Anushka Garg for NDTV.
Meanwhile, Punjab is also facing one of its worst flood disasters in several years, triggered by heavy rainfall. 12 districts of the state, including Pathankot, Gurdaspur, Fazilka, Kapurthala, Firozpur, Hoshiarpur and Amritsar have been severely affected. Relief and rescue operations are going on, and these are being led by NDRF, Army, BSF, Punjab Police and also local authorities, with thousands evacuated and housed in relief camps. All colleges and schools in Punjab have been shut in the midst of incessant rainfall and floods in the state. Agricultural land has also been damaged. Take a look at my colleague Gurpreet's ground report from Amritsar.
We have seen in Punjab the people are grappling with multiple problems because of this prevailing situation of floods. We have seen even the SDRF team and multi-teams are conducting rescue operation, but today we have come to our district Kapurthala and we are going along with the SDRF team to one of the villages to see that how this rescue operation is being carried out. Joining us SDM of Sultanpur Lodi, we are going to talk to her. She is Alka Kalia. So we will, ma'am, how this rescue operation is being carried out. We have seen you are providing the relief material to those people who have been stranded in the multiple locations in this area.
In my subdivision, Sultanpur Lodi, actually there are 8 villages that are totally submerged. And in this particular place where we are heading now, there are totally 4 villages and 275 families who are stranded here. The children and the ladies, they have been moved out. They have been to their relatives and to relief center also. We have been carrying out rescue and relief operations since 11th of August. It's almost 22nd day of floods. We have got 15 members of SDRF and 3 boats of SDRF along with the 40 personnel of Army and 2 boats of Army who have been carrying out these operations tirelessly since 11th of August.
How it is challenging, because you are talking about the 22nd day, you are continuing this rescue operation. How much it is challenging?
It is challenging in the sense that people, they are reluctant to move out of their houses. They are not ready to part with their belongings. They have got cattle, Even some of the families, they have got their cattle shifted to safe places. But still, there are 1 or 2 members in each family who have been living in their houses only. And this is the main challenge, to motivate them to come out of their house and to shift their belongings.
Now, as the situation in Punjab worsens, immediately on landing in Delhi, Prime Minister Modi called up Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann to discuss the situation arising due to incessant rain and flooding in Punjab. He has assured the Chief Minister all help and support to the state. Meanwhile, a huge diplomatic win for India at the SCO summit that was held in Tianjin in China, with a regional bloc mentioning the Pahalgam terror attack and backing India's position in the summit declaration. Diplomatically, this is a massive win for India, especially because this was in the presence of Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif. The member states strongly condemned the terrorist attack in Pahalgam, while expressing their deepest sympathy and condolences to the families of the dead and the wounded. The members further said perpetrators, organizers and sponsors of such attacks must be brought to justice, adding attempts to use terrorist, separatist and extremist groups for mercenary purposes is not acceptable. The SCO also strongly condemned terrorism in all its forms and manifestations and said double standards in the fight against terrorism are unacceptable. They also called on the international community to combat terrorism, including cross-border movement of terrorists.
In a striking diplomatic moment, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Chinese President Xi Jinping stood together in Tianjin. Representing over 3 billion people, or 40% of the global population, the trio exchanged smiles and polite gestures, rekindling attention on the long-quiet Russia-India-China troika. Prime Minister Modi posted, exchanging perspectives with President Putin and President Xi during the SCO summit. The picture spoke volumes. It was a visual alignment of 3 of Asia's biggest powers at a time of global uncertainty. Speaking at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's plenary, President Xi Jinping called for fairness and multilateralism. He warned against what he described as bullying behavior and Cold War mindsets. He urged member states to build a friendly network and deepen regional trust, with Modi and Putin seated right beside him.
和伙伴要尊重彼此差异，保持战略沟通。
Later at the official reception, Modi was warmly welcomed by Xi and First Lady Peng Lyon. A group photograph followed, a symbolic moment showing strategic proximity even amid complex equations. But beyond symbolism, substance followed. Modi met President Putin for a high-stakes bilateral. The discussion conveyed energy, defense, and the Ukraine conflict, among other important issues. From their car ride together to the almost hour-long meeting, the impactful visuals underline the ever-growing India-Russia partnership.
कठिन से कठिन परिस्थितियों में भी भारत और रूस हमेशा कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर चले हैं। हमारा करीबी सहयोग न केवल दोनों देशों के लोगों के लिए बल्कि वैश्विक शांति, स्थिरता और समृद्धि के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है।
Modi also invited Xi to the 2026 BRICS summit in India, an invitation Xi accepted, pledging China's support.
हमारे संबंधों को एक सकारात्मक दिशा मिली। परस्पर विश्वास, सम्मान और संवेदनशीलता के आधार पर हम अपने संबंधों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध हैं।
Symbolic reunions and strategic recalibrations on the Troika became the focal point of the Tianjin SCO summit. And what's more, the summit saw India at the heart of regional diplomacy, engaging East and West, firm on its footing and loud in its call for a balanced world order.
Also, Prime Minister Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin were seen travelling together in the same car before their bilateral meeting in Tianjin, China today. The carpool in Putin's Russia came at the request of the Russian president. Here's more on that.
ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे. If the Sholay cult song had to be reimagined in the world of geopolitics, it would fit perfectly on this picture of PM Modi and the Russian president. The two rode together in a Made in Russia or a sedan for the bilateral talks on the sidelines of the 25th SCO summit. It was Vladimir Putin who wanted to travel with PM Modi to the bilateral meeting venue, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel that was at some distance from the summit venue. Sources tell NDTV that the Russian president waited for about 10 minutes so that the Prime Minister could join him in the car. It was a nice 45-minute drive where the two leaders discussed various issues. The Prime Minister in fact posted on X about his drive with Vladimir Putin, saying that the conversations with the Russian president are always insightful. A rare, symbolic ride, one that signaled warmth, trust, and a partnership that has endured for decades. For India and Russia, it wasn't just a drive through Tianjin. It was the two countries navigating tariff turbulence and much more. The Putin-Modi carpool to the bilateral meeting at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Tianjin has a clear message. Under pressure from Trump and his administration, it was an assertion from both India and Russia that they will continue their partnership, being each other's ride or die for the time to come.
There's another highlight at the SCO summit. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared the spotlight with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was visibly struggling to stay relevant, is what we know. He indulged in awkward handshakes and was being diplomatically sidelined. Here's how it played out for Pakistan and how it signals for regional power dynamics.
It was a picture that said it all. Prime Minister Modi, President Putin, and President Xi Jinping standing front and center at the SCO summit in Tianjin. Smiles, handshakes, conversations. The body language was clear. India, Russia, and China setting the stone on the global stage. And somewhere on the side of that very frame, Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, present but peripheral. At the official banquet, hosted by President Xi and First Lady Peng Liyuan, Sharif was part of the customary SCO family photo. Both Modi and Sharif stood in the front row, but with a symbolic gap of several liters between them. And while Modi engaged in visible, relaxed conversations with Putin and Xi, Shehbaz Sharif walked past unacknowledged. A video clip of Modi, Xi, and Putin sharing a light-hearted moment as Sharif walks by in the background has gone viral, capturing the diplomatic pecking order in a single frame. Then came the moment that drew ridicule. After the formal photo, Sharif was seen rushing, almost jogging, to shake Putin's hand. The move, caught on camera, sparked a wave of online trolling, with netizens terming it not only desperate, but also embarrassing. That's not all. Observers were quick to draw parallels with the 2022 SCO summit. That's where Sharif struggled with translation headphones in front of Putin, asking, "Can somebody hear me?" and drawing a chuckle from the Russian leader. Meanwhile, Modi's meeting with Xi was sharp and strategic. He raised the issue of cross-border terrorism, calling it a shared threat to both India and China. Beijing reportedly backed India's concern not only verbally but also in the joint declaration, sending a strong signal to Islamabad. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri confirmed China's understanding and cooperation, further isolating Pakistan on a core issue. At this year's SCO, India continues to lead with clarity, composure, and command. As for Pariah Pakistan's Shehbaz Sharif, well, he appeared to be a guest without a chair, present but hardly noticed.
Well, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side. Well, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today dropped a political bombshell in Patna, declaring that the Congress party is preparing to unleash a hydrogen bomb of revelations on alleged vote theft. Speaking at the culmination of the 1,600-kilometer-long Voter Adhikar Yatra, Rahul Gandhi accused the BJP of systematically stealing votes and undermining democracy, warning that once the truth is out, Prime Minister Modi will not be able to show his face to the country. Now, the BJP has promptly hit back, saying Rahul Gandhi is demeaning himself and also the position of LOP by making such claims.
बीजेपी के लोग अच्छी तरह सुन लीजिए भैया, एटम बम का नाम सुना आपने? सुना है एटम बम का नाम? उससे बड़ा क्या होता है? उससे बड़ा क्या होता है? एटम बम से बड़ा हाइड्रोजन बम होता है नहीं होता है? माधवपुरा में हमने एटम बम दिखाया था। बीजेपी के लोगों, तैयार हो जाओ, हाइड्रोजन बम आ रहा है, हाइड्रोजन बम आ रहा है, तैयार हो जाइए। आपकी जो सच्चाई है, वोट चोरी की सच्चाई है, वो पूरे देश को पता लगने जा रही है।
आज तो ज्ञान का जो प्रवाह मैं विपक्ष के नेता का देख रहा था, तो मुझे लगा कि मुझे दोबारा पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी। यहीं से शुरू करता हूं कि एटम बम और हाइड्रोजन बम का चुनाव से क्या संबंध है, इसके बारे में मुझे कुछ जानकारी प्राप्त करनी पड़ेगी। राहुल गांधी जी, क्या हो गया है? इतना अपने को आप हल्का क्यों बना रहे हैं? Why you are demeaning yourself as the leader of opposition? आप विपक्ष के नेता पद पर बैठे हैं, लोकसभा गरिमा में पद होता है। याद है ना, मोहब्बत की दुकान लेके चले थे अपनी यात्रा में, याद है कि भूल गए आप लोग? उस मोहब्बत की दुकान में कितना नफरत परोसा, भी आप जानते हैं।
Activist Manoj Arange Patil's fast at Mumbai's Azad Maidan, demanding that all Marathas be issued certificates to be brought under the OBC Kunbi category, has disrupted life in central and southern Mumbai today. In fact, the Mumbai High Court ordered authorities to clear protesters off the roads. The protests have also brought several parts of the city to a standstill.
सांगितलेलं आहे की जी काही परवानगी होती ती परवानगी काही अटी शर्तींचा होती, त्याचं उल्लंघन झालेलं आहे आणि विशेषतः रस्त्यावर जे काही गोष्टी चाललेल्या आहेत त्या संदर्भात कोर्टाने प्रचंड नाराजी व्यक्त केलेली आहे आणि काही निर्देश हे दिलेले आहेत। जे काही कोर्टाचे निर्देश आहेत ते पालन करणं हे प्रशासनाला क्रमप्राप्त आहे। प्रशासन कोर्टाच्या निर्देशाचं उचित पालन करेल।
It's day 4 of the Maratha reservation protest and the scenes haven't changed much. As you can clearly see behind me, the number of people might have diluted a little bit from the 29th of August when the protest started, but the larger impact of the protest still continues to be the same. But as the protests continue day after the other, there is a massive challenge in front of the authorities as well, because there have been some cases of a few members of these protesting community posing some sort of hurdles in front of the authorities when it comes to the safety and security of the commuters here. And that is why a high number of security deployment has been made at CSMT. Although when we spoke to the police officials at the CSMT, of course, off the record, they confirmed that there has not been any kind of an untowardly activity that the protesters have gotten involved into. They have only used the place to rest and to kind of, use it as a shed for themselves when needed. When you talk about the political development when these protests are going on, the series of meetings by the subcommittee, cabinet subcommittee continue, and more importantly today, the first meeting about the Maratha reservation issue, meeting was undertaken by Chief Minister himself. Just a while back, a meeting concluded at the Varsha Bungalow, which was attended by Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis along with his two Deputy Chief Ministers, Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde, and other members, especially Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil, a senior minister and also someone who's heading the cabinet subcommittee, was also present in that meeting. What was discussed there still remains under wraps. With camera person Rajendra Dyalkar, this is Anuj Raith reporting for NDTV from Mumbai.
Also in Karnataka, there's a political face-off over the controversy surrounding allegations of mass burials in Dharamsthala temple town in Karnataka's Dakshin Kannada district. Now, the BJP organised a big public meeting in Dharmasthala to demand the transfer of the probe by the Special Investigation Team of the Karnataka Police to a central agency. BJP, meanwhile, has claimed that the case and the allegations of mass burials against the authorities administering the temple are part of a conspiracy to tarnish the image of the temple. The Congress party and Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister, they have hit back at the BJP and they have consistently said that the SIT is doing an impartial probe. The SIT even arrested the former sanitary worker in this case after his claims could not be substantiated.
So tell me, today the demand, of course, from you is primarily that you want an NIA investigation. The Chief Minister is making it very clear that the SIT is doing a good job. The BJP wanted the SIT probe. Now you're doing politics. What would you like to say?
First of all, we are not doubting the intention or credibility of the SIT. But the people behind this entire conspiracy, they need to be exposed. And it not only demand of Bharatiya Janata Party that the matter should be investigated by NIA or CBI, it's the demand made by crores and crores of devotees of Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara temple. One thing one needs to understand, Dharmasthala is not an ordinary temple. Crores and crores of devotees, they follow this temple very religiously. And this has been there from so many decades, not from today or yesterday. Unfortunately, state government, before ordering the matter to the SIT, they should have made some preliminary inquiry about those individuals, the integrity of those people. But without doing any of this, state government ordering for SIT investigation, and it's going on and on and on and on. And the SIT is digging entire Dharmasthala area, Ujre. I mean, the devotees are truly hurt by the attitude of the state government. The state government, which should have been very sensitive before taking any decision in this regard, without checking the credentials of those conspirators or individuals, ordering a SIT, it's really very unfortunate.
ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವರು ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಾಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿಂದೂ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿಂದೂ.
ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು. ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು.
ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ.
ಸಿ, ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅಪಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ. ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವನೇ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ.
The leader of the opposition in the Legislative Council, Mr. Chalwadi Narayan Swamy, with us as you're a part of the Dharmasthala Chalo Yatra today. The Chief Minister is making it very clear that the BJP is only doing politics over the issue because you are the ones who welcomed the SIT probe and now unnecessarily raking up this matter only for the sake of votes.
See, actually, no BJP man welcomed the SIT formation, number one. But we kept quiet for some time, because we also wanted a truth to come out. But this Congress party, joining with the hands of the leftist-leaning people, so they have made the political move. But what they done, that was a political move. Ours is not a political move. See, we are all devotees of Manjunath here. So across the state, many have come here. So maybe lakh plus are joining today's rally. So that we are also one among them. So maybe as a political party, we came here to support the devotees.
ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಬಾಯಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಬಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರಲ್ಲೇ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎರಡು ಫೈಟಿಂಗು, ಬಿಜೆಪಿಲಿ ಎರಡು ಗುಂಪು, ಅರ್ಥಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅವ್ರದೇ ಷಡಂತ್ರ. ಯಾರು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯ ಮೂಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರೇ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಥಳದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೆಸರು ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇನೆ.